This is for the BFE create an interval problem. The goal here is to define a myset interval function that takes in a function, and this is a and b. This is a delay and a period. So here we see that delay plus period times count, and count is with every iteration of the function running, we want to increment count. So for this problem, we want to instantiate a map. We're going to call what's new map, and the map is going to contain a unique ID mapped to an existing set timeout method that we've created. And we also want to define a global ID. The global ID is going to keep track of all of the unique set timeouts that we've created thus far. Now inside of the myset interval function, we want to define a count, and we're going to initialize the count to be 0. This count is going to be used to continually update the set timeout method that we're going to have. It's going to do delay plus count times period. And then we also want to create an ID for this specific myset interval. The ID is going to be an increment on the global ID because it's possible that we create unique myset interval methods which would be stored into the map. So that's our ID. And then we want to define a function called run. Within this function, we want to assign the set timeout method, the function call, to be equal to underscore ID because we eventually want to store this into the map of ID to be underscore ID. The first thing we want to do in set timeout is to call the function method. Remember, func is what we passed in. And after that, we want to increment the count because we have already run this once. And then we want to call run method. And this is because we want to basically we want to call this entire block again as our count has updated. So we want the count to be different here. At the very end, we see here that our delay plus count times period is going to be the new delay. And after that's done, then we know that this ID underscore ID is going to be the new pointer to this set timeout that has already updated count, and we're going to set it in the map. So we do map.set ID, comma, underscore ID. And then after that, when we first invoke this method in this interval, we're going to call run method to kick everything off. And then finally, we want to return ID because whenever we create an interval, we want to either grab the ID that's associated with this interval. That's our map. Now in my clear interval, it takes an ID, and we want to clear timeout because we've already set timeout. And when we clear timeout, we want to clear the underscore ID. So we can do map.getID that gives us the underscore ID. So the underscore, it's actually cured a timeout of underscore ID. And remember, underscore ID points to that timeout that we created earlier. And also we want to make sure that when we're deleting the ID, we want to delete it from the map. So that's why we do map.delete ID. And that's it for this problem.